which difficult do you want to choose? The bad health or the good health?
First battle half won in your head, second won from your kitchen cupboards. Tablets people can take to lose the body weight.
It is. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Sometimes your body's normal could be that. We can't make these changes.
Stagnation of weight loss. Hello, thank you for joining me on this Keep It Moving podcast. Today we got our guest, Kinjal, who's a dietitian. She's been a dietitian for the last 6 years, and she's been qualified with a master's degree, 2 master's degree in dietetics, and she have plenty of knowledge and information to share about weight loss, how the weight loss journey will look like, what is pre-diabetic, what is diabetic status, and we've got 2 episodes recorded here. And I wish we all have this information available through a right medium in the National Health Service so that people can get the best service from their doctors. Let's dive into it. Kinjal, thank you for joining me on another podcast about weight loss.
Thank you for having me.
And it was a good conversation we had about the pre-diabetes and diabetes and pre-diabetic state will lead to weight gain. Absolutely, it goes hand in hand.
Yes.
And often the question I get asked from my patients, how do you expect me to lose weight when I'm diabetic? Okay, and they go through this, cycle often and they fail miserably and they can't do much. What can they do? And this is what I want you to talk to us in detail so that people can get 5-10 ideas out of it and they will implement 1 or 2 that will change their life forever. That's the most important point. Talk to me about this weight loss journey, if a person can endure, and where does it start? Why people do it?
So, start by a nice mindset that you can do it. Yeah. Half your journey, half your battle you win by just changing your mindset and saying it is easy. See, sometimes you just feel like it is so difficult and you don't want to be. And it is just the thing, like, which difficult do you want to choose? The bad health or the one that will lead you to good health and blah, blah, blah. So it is the thing about choosing your difficult. If you have a mindset that says, okay, I can do this, no matter how many difficulties I'll get, no matter how many times I will slip. There will be cases that...
Of course, setbacks are common.
Yeah. And you will have a time period where your weight is just stable for 3 months.
I've had it.
and I think it is okay. Yeah, it is.
So stagnation is okay.
If you are going down and there is a period of stagnation, it is okay. You need to tell yourself it is okay and it will go down. What you need to do is go back, see what you've done wrong, and then change it. Instead of spiraling on, I'm not able to do it, and then giving up. Self-talk is very important over here. Yeah, I think that is something that we can do to ourselves. That is somewhere we can start.
Fantastic. Yeah. I'll tell you a small story. We were in America in 2022, I think. And we had a 1.5 month journey in America, and fantastic time we had. When I came back, my weight was up by around 6 kilograms. Okay, 6 kilograms, I don't know how many in pounds. Work it out, please.
3 pounds approximately.
Is it 3 pounds? Okay. And I was very upset and straight away went to a gym, hired a personal trainer, and he asked me a question, what you are trying to achieve here?
Yeah.
I said 2 things. 1, I want to bring my weight down. And second, I want to be fitter. So he said, the second thing I can help you, first thing I can't. I said, you are a fitness trainer, right? Goodness me, tell me why you can't help it. He said, the first battle half won in your head, second won from your kitchen cupboards.
Yes, absolutely.
So the weight loss, he said, half won in your bed, in your brain and your head, and half when you shut your kitchen cupboard stronger.
Yeah, and funny you say this because recently I was just reading somewhere that there was this guy, very famous, I forgot who it was, but he went from America. He lives in Europe. Now he went to America, he gained weight, and as soon as he came to Europe, his weight went down. And this goes the same for like us. When I am here, my weight is different. When I go back to India, my weight is very different.
Is
And
it
my
higher or
diet,
lower?
it goes down. My health just feels better. And this could
Really?
be because of the change in the environment.
Wow.
And
okay.
also like the American diet.
We can't blame Americans for everything. A couple of my physio friends are in America. They'll be thinking, Xavier, can you stop talking about Americans in your podcast?
No, I'm not saying there's a lot of good things happening, and there's a lot of good, like, research and good products that are coming from them. But then their basic diet is also a kind of a problem. And if you went there to travel, you're definitely not having the right things.
Yeah, you will enjoy your life there, and everything is easily available. So, what are the other things a person need to start as a starting point in a weight loss journey?
So first thing, again, just go back and see your routine and see what you're doing. Check your diet. I would advise my patients to actually keep a 2-week diary of what they're eating, when they're sleeping, and if they are exercising, what they are doing and stuff like that. And from there, we can check. You don't need a dietitian sometimes. You can do it by yourself. Like, okay, this is the wrong thing. In the morning, I've had a croissant with coffee. I should have just avoided it. In the lunch, I just had a quick pizza or something. In dinner, I took a takeaway or something. You can just switch it to a healthier diet. Just to make things very easy, for breakfast, go for something that is very high in protein.
Wow.
Okay, that's good in protein and has
Like,
good fats in it.
Tell me.
Omelets, eggs,
Omelets.
with some mushrooms and
But
peppers.
egg and omelette, they don't have a high in protein. They are 90 gram or something in protein in the morning, right?
In the morning or evening, the protein amount does not change.
Goodness me, dietitian.
Sorry, but no. The eggs have a very good bioavailability,
Okay.
and they have good fats in them. Myth again that they don't have good fat. They are good in fat. Like, their fat is very good for us. So if you put in some fiber in it, mushrooms or peppers, then it will be really good. When you kickstart your body with a good amount of protein in your day, what happens is, when you have a good breakfast, you will not feel very hungry sooner in the next meal. So when you're making the choice for your next meal, you will choose a little more healthier because you have time to think, because you're not hungry. Whenever you're hungry, you just think to like
Go and grab something quick as
you want something very
possible.
quick. And sometimes what patients do is they just have a chocolate for a quick energy. That's something. Or if that's for lunch, again, meal deal. They will have a meal deal, or they will just have something very easy, instead of thinking if that is the right thing for them or not. There are certain things that they can go for. They can go for things that have enough fiber in them, protein in them, and that's something they need to go for lunch. And dinner, what I would suggest, easy. In your plate, half your plate should be filled with vegetables and fiber. This is something that's my mantra to tell my patients. 1/4 should be a carbohydrate, and 1/4 should be our protein. Good protein.
So is there a saying that you need to eat like a king in the morning, and afternoon you need to eat like
Prince. Prince, and
Prince.
in evening like a pauper.
Okay, something like that. But I was remembering is in morning you eat like a king, afternoon you eat like a warrior.
Well, yeah.
So you're eating what you
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
And night you eat like a slave. That means you not get to eat anything because you don't have much to eat. Is that correct, or is that
Debatable.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Everyone's body is different to begin with. Everyone's lifestyle is different and routine is different. I would say the dinner part is 100% right. You should eat less, and you should eat at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. Definitely. But with your breakfast and lunch, you can interchange it depending on when you know how your body functions. Sometimes some patients don't feel like they want to eat anything in the morning.
is it a good thing or a bad thing not eating in the morning? Because I understood, breakfast, name itself says you're breaking the fast of overnight. I know intermittent fasting tell you to continue your journey till lunchtime or something, but somebody told me that breaking the fast, very, very important. You should do it. That's the most important meal of the day.
Absolutely, it is. And it is very important to have your breakfast again, have a high protein breakfast, but it is not important to have like a king size breakfast, like an English breakfast or something
Oh,
like that.
yeah. With filled with bacons and
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need that much. If you don't want it, you don't need it.
Yes.
Yeah, see what your body is calling for. You are your best trainer. You are your best dietitian. See what your body needs. And for me specifically, I don't want a very lavish breakfast, but I need a nice lunch. So it is like what your body needs. And sometimes if you don't feel like eating anything, even having like a little like a small porridge with some nuts and seeds is enough sometimes. So definitely it's a debatable question.
Wow. Okay. That is not bad at all. And another one, there are loads of, when people are going through a weight loss journey, there are some injections people can have and also tablets people can take to lose the body weight.
Yeah.
What is your take on that? Does it work?
It is a lot. This is a
Let's start with the injection then.
Actually, let's start with the medication. It's very small. So there are couple medications that you can take. One of them is very readily available within NHS. It's called Orlistat.
Orlistat, yes.
This
It's available in NHS.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, I have patients who are on Orlistat.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, and they are taking.
They need to just talk to the doctor about it.
No, you need the dietitian's help as well.
Okay.
What dietitians can do for you is, they can actually tailor your diet plan according to that. And the very important thing over here is with the Orlistat, it only works when it's coupled with fat. If you don't have fat in your diet, this medication will not work for you. And you need someone to help you what kind of fats to choose and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Please explain a bit more.
So
we are getting you a free dietitian consultation here, by the way.
So if you're on Orlistat, you just need to make sure that you're having at least 30%, 35 to 40 grams of fat in your diet. Now you can divide it. So because you take it 3 times a day, the medication, you need to divide it. So 15 is something you can divide approximately. So how this medication works is it inhibits the function of gastric lipase and pancreatic lipase, which helps in digestion of fat. So it inhibits its function, and that's why all the fat comes down to the body. But to inhibit the function, there needs to be fat to
pump in.
Yeah, pump.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there something like a good fat or a bad fat?
Absolutely. So if you go ahead and have, that's something that you need the dietitian or a healthcare professional for. So you need to make sure you have good fats in your diet. You avoid having a lot of trans fat, saturated fat. Choose good oils in your diet, and even if it is things like have more fish, have a good amount of avocados and walnuts and stuff like that, just to make sure there is good fat in your diet.
Avocado increases your metabolic activity, right? And that's a natural enhancer of your metabolic activity. Once the metabolism is really working harder, that means you tend to burn more fat out of your body.
In fact, it's not just avocado, but a lot of fat.
Fat in the body. Okay.
Fat,
is that carnivorous diet?
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't. See, this is the problem.
Look at that. Dietitian is getting angry here. No.
This is the problem because when what patients do is just catch one phrase that we say.
That's true.
Now
including myself.
Just you did that. Like I just said fat is important. Then should I go to carnivorous? No, you don't need to do that. You need a balanced diet. Everything is important. Now what happens is only having a carnivorous diet is again not good for your gut health. So
that's true.
You are actually weighing your options there. So no, and that's how the Orlistat works. Now let's go to the injections. Injection is a big rage right now. A lot of patients, and NHS has started to give injections, and a lot of patients are coming for injections as well. There are different kinds of injections available at the minute. There is Mounjaro, which is highly available for weight loss, and there is Ozempic or semaglutide, which is for patients with diabetes. The criteria for NHS is if you have diabetes, they are giving you the injections just to help you control your diabetes and decrease your weight. How this works is actually the injections work by inhibiting the GLP-1 receptors and GIP. So Mounjaro works by inhibiting the GIP and GLP-1 receptors. And Ozempic works by inhibiting the GLP-1 receptors. What these receptors do is they metabolize blood sugar in your body, and also send a signal to your brain that you're full very quickly.
Okay.
So you don't feel like eating a lot.
more. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's how it works. And yeah, definitely this is something that if you're not losing a lot of weight, sorry, no, that's the wrong way to phrase it. If you're not losing weight for a very long period of time, even after you're doing all the exercise and if you're dieting very well and there is some metabolic issue, then you should consider it. But what is happening right now, which is a problem, is because this is available, they just want to go that.
We look for an easy option, right?
Exactly.
But again, what I want to say here, disclaimer is, we are not recommending any of the injections or drugs. As Kinjal said, first of all, do it by yourself. If you seek real good help from a dietitian or a doctor's, you could do it on your own.
Absolutely.
But if you are going down the road of injection, please consult your doctor, nurse, and a dietitian before you go ahead.
Absolutely, because obviously these injections do have certain side effects, and that's the secondary thing. Because you're not eating enough, you're not getting the micronutrients that you need for your body's function. So there is a lot of deficiencies that are happening with these patients. Again, another thing about these injections, we don't know about the long-term effects of these injections on liver or on other organs of the body. There is, because this is a relatively very new thing, there is no cohort study about all of these things. So we really need to see if that is something really, really, really important to you, only then go ahead and take it.
When you're talking about all the need of dietitian in supporting people through the weight loss journey, dietitian is not the profession comes in people's mind straight away. And I was having this conversation among my friends group, and I've told a guy, anyhow, you've decided to build a house, you need an architect who's your GP, but at the same time, you need a structural engineer to go into the integrity of the load-bearing structures and so detailed analysis of your building so that you have a long-lasting, stable building for you to live in. The same way, if you are going down the road of weight loss journey, I would 100% agree or recommend seeing a dietitian who are equivalent to your structural engineer.
Absolutely.
And GP will be a good architect, nurses will be a good architect, but definitely you need to see a dietitian.
Well, I think if you talk about NHS, GPs don't have enough time. That's the problem. They have all the knowledge, they have all the information, but they don't have enough time, and that's where we come in, the nurse and the dietitians that can actually spend 45 to an hour with you.
Wow, that's so long.
Yeah, we can actually go and speak with them, like what is their problem and stuff like that, like what we can change and give them a perspective about different things. So absolutely, there is a lot we can do. Sometimes we just use different behavioral change techniques and stuff. Sometimes it's just as simple as, it's not our job also, it's just stress eating and just them telling to us, and it is our way of talking to them and trying to find out why these issues are happening. It could be as simple as that they don't have enough time to cook, and giving them strategies on how they can make sure that they can cook well, they can do their work, and as well as have their people these days are studying, have their business, have jobs and stuff, and
2-3 jobs at a go.
Exactly, and we can give them strategies on how they can implement these things while having a healthier lifestyle as well.
Wow, fantastic. Imagine this way, my friend Nick, who comes, he is very keen to lose weight, and I can tell you he never consulted a dietitian. If he want to consult a dietitian, how would you help so that he is on the right track in a safer and a healthier way in losing his body weight?
Okay, so we do when if let's say for example he's coming to me, he's seeing me, and first I will do is check his weight, his BMI, his height, etc. And if I do have all the machines available with me, so I would check all of his things, like his body fat, his muscle mass, his skeletal muscle mass and stuff like that. I would check all of these things and write everything down, explain to him these are the issues, interpret what we can do. Second, we would check their biochemical parameters, so send them for blood test, see if there is any other underlying issue as well. It could be a small deficiency also. Check everything, then see if there are any signs and symptoms that they have maybe a brittle nail, maybe that could be a calcium deficiency or something like that, or maybe their eyes are yellow or something.
Yes,
like things like these. We would check all of these things. We would ask them questions if they are feeling tired, or if they are feeling, if they did their if their concentration is low, or they have brain fog or something like that. We'd check all of these things, and we would also see their diet, what they are eating.
So you look at it as a holistic way rather
way.
than just straight away jumping into the weight loss.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why we take and it never happens in 1 hour. A lot of times patients come in just for like maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes, or we can't make these changes. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It runs for 3 months, it runs for 6 months, it runs for a year.
Wow.
We do support them with all their issues. In between all their weight loss journey, also they will find spaces where they need more help. We would be able to help them. And majorly when they come to us, they have that mindset of we can't do it, and it is something that we also help them with, and also try to find out what we can do to help them.
So this weight loss journey can go up to a year, is it?
It depends on what your goal is. Absolutely, it can. But as long as you are going down, you're going in the right path, it is okay.
It's okay
Even
to
if
be
you-
slow
yeah,
and steady
absolutely.
and safer.
Yes. If you're losing weight very quickly, you might come back up very quickly.
Okay.
As well, there is a chance.
Quick
there's a
fix
chance.
doesn't work.
Quick fix never works. If you're going on intermittent fasting and suddenly if you go back to, let's say, having a normal diet should be, it will not work. Diet should be something where you can do that particular thing for the rest of your life. If you are if you're doing an intermittent fasting, like you said, if you're doing a carnivore diet, okay, perfect. Can you do it for the rest of your life?
No, we can't.
If you can't, then you will have to make a smart choice of something that you can do for the rest of your life, while also maintaining your lifestyle, being happy, going for traveling and doing different things, and also maintaining your weight and your health.
When I had the conversation with my friend Nick, and he said, I don't have time to go and see somebody. And he said, no, your doctor's surgeries are open till 8 o'clock, and loads of dietitians do work in a doctor's surgery. And some of the dietitians are holding virtual consultations, like either Teams or remote WhatsApp. And people should use the services across the country, I believe. And so one of the best services, I believe.
Thank you.
And now, stagnation of weight loss. So imagine this. My friend come from 100 kilo down to 80 or 75, but he's not losing any more. He's stagnant for 3 months. Is it the end of the journey, or he need to do something to kickstart the weight loss further?
So if he's doing for a long period of time, let's say, then definitely there will come a point where it will be stagnant, because your body will get used to it also.
Okay.
And also there will come to a point where you will try to cheat. There is always, it is human, it is normal. I would always say my patient, if you have not lost weight for 1 month, please consider it as normal, because you don't want to give it up. Like, this is one very important counseling tip to the patient. It's not important to always go down. It is very important to stay where you are. Sometimes your body's normal could be that, and that's why you are stagnant. Like, let's say if your BMI has reached to 27, that could be your body's normal. You could be living a healthier life. If you can maintain that, then it's okay while you're going down slowly, even if it's like teeny tiny bit. So what they can do is always go back, see what mistakes they have done, and then work it up again. Speak with someone. You can check if your diet, if there is something wrong they are doing with their diet, if they need any change with their exercise specifically, if their stress has gone up or something like that. And in terms of exercise, also you need to go up in increasing your strength, like if you've been doing 10,000 steps every day for like a year, after a point you will need 12,000 steps. And you should do it. Only then you will build yourself up and stuff like that. And so that is why you need to up your game, just so that your weight and stuff goes.
How can he up his game? That's the important question.
So you it's I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You need to do a lot of editing. So Exercise wise, if you, let's say for example, you've been doing 150 minutes of exercise right now, where 75 minutes is your strength training, 75 minutes is your cardio. Maybe what you can start doing is you can go up by doing 85 or 90 minutes of strength training, and again 90 to 100 minutes of cardio. Something like that, you can just move a little up. And in regards to your diet, what you can do is you can just try and shift things and see what is working for you. If you're doing 100% everything right, there is not much you can do. And if you've reached to like a 27 or BMI, or your body's normal technically, then all you can do is just improve your exercise, improve your sleep, and improve your stress levels. Because with diet, there is certain limitations that you can achieve with. Like you can only eat certain foods, so you will have to see with the external factors, is what I feel is the thing.
Is age has any limitation in the weight loss? Because people say that because I'm getting older, I can't lose any more body weight. Is that true or is it a myth?
It is a myth. Because I'm going to tell you a patient I just saw recently. He's 70 years old and he lost around 10 kilos. So it is definitely a myth.
Possible.
100% possible.
Again, I use loads of my example as lots of my patients, lots of my friends. And 2 years ago, one of my friend diagnosed with a ischemic heart disease, that's a heart attack. The doctor said, you have two choices. One, sort yourself out, or I'm happy to put the wires through your heart, leg through the heart, and I can put scaffolding in there. Which is your option? He said first. And he lost 22 kilograms over a year. And the surgeon said, never need to see again, man. Honestly, so it is doable. Weight loss is doable.
Absolutely. What happens is with age, your metabolism does slow down. Okay, and there is if you have not been exercising in your younger days, and if you're not eating well during your younger days, you will notice with your age it will definitely have an effect. But it does not mean that you cannot do it. It will be slow, but you can definitely achieve it. It does sometimes for some patients, if their weight is, let's say, 28 BMI or 30 BMI, to go down, it does take a little more time. But for example, if their BMI is 40, they will start losing their fluid first, and it will be very quick. And then eventually it will go down slowly. And I feel as long as you're eating healthy, you're making sure your biochemical parameters are coming under control, even if your weight is going down slowly, you just make sure that you don't make weight loss the center of your life.
Okay.
Because you have more things in your life to do.
Of course.
So you don't make that as the center of your life. You let it happen eventually. Like you said, your friend, he did it. He did 22 kilos because
the situation where he can't ignore.
And also like 22 kilos, maybe his BMI was 35 or 40
yes.
or something like that. Yeah. So
Much higher.
So that was something he can get down. Now where you're talking about the stagnation, it normally comes between 27 to 30 BMI, which could be your body's normal again.
Okay.
So yeah.
This metabolism plays a major role in weight loss.
Yeah.
What happens if a patient has a metabolic disorder or disease? How can they do it?
So, what are metabolic disorders? They are things like diabetes, cardiovascular health, this and that. And these, again, as you said, are man-made diseases.
Yes.
And can be fixed by man.
If we can make it, we can unmake it.
Yes, absolutely. I would say you just change your diet, you change your lifestyle, not diet, change your lifestyle, change your routine, and you can absolutely do it. If you're having a sedentary lifestyle, start going for walks. If you're walking, start doing strength
Jogging,
training. Start doing strength training. If you're strength training, increase your strength training. If you're having a healthy meal, see what you can incorporate, what nutrients you can incorporate, and make sure your meals are protein rich and high fat. One step at a time is going to really, really help you.
That's good. One step at a time.
One step at a time. Easy.
The other point, gut health is very, very important. You don't want to lose your gut health in the mission of losing weight. How can we look after our gut health?
When you're actually losing weight, you are looking after your gut health.
Really? That's simple.
You are, absolutely.
So we're
because
doing a
you're,
favor to our
yeah,
own
if
gut.
if you're losing weight, you are eating healthy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm hoping you are eating healthy.
Well,
You're not
yes.
losing weight by doing fat diets or something like that. I'm hoping that. And if you're eating enough fiber, if you're eating enough probiotics in your diet and stuff like that, if you're eating healthy, your gut is happy. And also keeping your gut is our second brain. So keep this brain happy. This brain would be also happy. For gut health, the most important, if you just highlight a couple points, it would be making sure you have enough fiber.
Okay.
In your diet. You have good amount of probiotics and prebiotics in your diet. Again, you can have that by simply incorporating food sources. Okay, exercise. Diet is simple. Dieting is simple. It's the same thing.
Dietitian is recommending exercises more often than a physiotherapist.
Yeah, we do, and honestly, like I personally have done yoga training, and I do a lot of physical activity trainings and stuff like that because it is absolutely very important.
Essential.
And gut health, in terms of gut health, you just make sure you don't have all the junk, the crisps, the biscuits, the Pepsis, the colas and stuff. They are like ruining your health. They are ruining your gut linings, and you just avoid them. That's as simple as it could be.
Oh God! So this probiotics, explain a bit more about it, please, because we could get a small bottle and you drink it every single day. Is it good, or should we just have a little bit of yogurt every day in our meal? Is that enough?
Okay. If you're not having anything, start with your yogurt. Okay. So always, if you're starting with a fiber or probiotic or anything, start with a very small, teeny tiny amount, and then go up. If you suddenly have something like have a lot of fiber, if you've been having probiotics and fiber go hand in hand to begin with.
Okay.
And if you're having, let's say, like 10 grams of fiber in your diet and no probiotics at all, and you wake up one day and you have 30 grams of fiber and you start having probiotics, your gut will be like, what is this? So you just start with a little bit, see how much you're having. If you're having 10 grams, start having 15 grams for a month. Then you increase it to 20 grams and eventually go to the recommended amount, which is 30 to 32 grams of fiber in a day. Okay. Why probiotics and fiber go hand in hand? Because probiotics are the gut bacteria and fiber helps feed these gut bacteria. So it is very important to have them. And as your question that you asked regarding having any supplements.
Yes.
So there's a lot. Supplements really, really help, but you need to make sure these supplements are really good. You need to make sure see their data on what they have published, on their efficacy of things, what strains they are using and stuff like that. So there are two strains which is very important: Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium. These two strains are really good for our gut health, which is very important again. If you have them in your diet regularly, which is very easy with yogurt and stuff and fiber and stuff like that, it's okay. Now, I don't know if I should take some names of...
You can use the names because this is all commonly available brands.
Absolutely. So if you see Yakult, for example, now which is again a very, very popular supplement, the only problem, it is a good supplement. The only problem with this supplement is that it is made with sugar. So what do you think? Is sugar good for your gut?
I know.
No. So is Yakult good for you? So you have to think in that manner.
Like Diet Coke and Pepsi, everything has got sugar in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And sugar is not good for you. And obviously sugar feeds the bad microbiomes. So is Yakult good for you?
No.
But there are other brands that are really good. Like for example, if you want a very budget one, I can suggest having a Phage yogurt, which is readily available in the market.
Phage yogurt.
Yes, and that has good protein in it. That has good microbiomes in it, and you can actually incorporate like 100 grams of it, which has around 9 to 10 grams of protein and good bacteria in them, and you can actually be very happy with it. And there are other supplements. You just need to see how good they are for you.
You know the fruit yogurt. That's also available in the supermarkets, right? Yeah, come on, talk about it, because children love it and adults think this is the best source of protein, and also they think fiber is good in there.
If we see fiber in protein.
Yeah, no,
yogurt.
Fiber and protein in the yogurt.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So if you see the fruit yogurt, We can have an entire podcast on just reading the nutrition labels, actually.
Oh my God, that's the next one.
You read the nutrition label. If you see, like, for example, yogurt, you said fruit, it has how much fruit it has in it. Is it real fruit? Is it natural fruit, or
just
is
a
it
sugar.
yeah, how much sugar does it have in it? If you see those packets, they have lots and lots of sugar. They might have some strains of probiotics, but again, it's same as Yakult, sugar and they are coupling, so it's not going to be beneficial for your health. Or they have artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners is again not so researched about the efficacy, and whatever is researched says that it's not good for our gut health. Recently there have been more news like it is not good for our gut health, and even if these protein yogurts have a lot of sweetness, then definitely it's a big no-no. Instead, what they can do is they can actually get some, if they want fruit yogurts and they want these flavors, they can actually get some fresh berries and stuff. They can cook in some chia seeds and a little bit of maple syrup in it, a little bit, and then this just added on the yogurt, and they have their homemade fruit yogurt there. Or just top it with some fruit yogurt.
So when we eat all these, good yogurt and also the probiotics, that prevents us eating all the crap which we shouldn't be eating in the journey of weight loss completely. Because your brain actively thinks, I'm doing something good for my gut health, so that, and I don't want to do anything to upset the balance what I'm creating. So that's very good, very good. And so the weight loss journey should include everything.
Should include everything, but one step at a time.
One step at a time. And always seek help if you're in doubt. And I think as it's a journey goes on for a little longer, people need a company that can be their dietitian, friend,
family,
personal
your
trainer,
GPs,
family member,
yeah.
anybody, not your dogs or cats, but
but just make sure whoever you're asking, is it the right person?
Yes,
because
yes.
there are a lot of fat diet providers, there's a lot of herbal medicine providers which actually don't work, and you just need to see their credentials, their credibility and stuff like that.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Fantastic talking to you, and I've learned a lot.
I hope this one was very different, but yeah,
It was
hope
good.
helps.
It was good. Thank you.
Thank you.